Hello and welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to talk about a stock that is up 440%, and we're going to go to the fundamentals and see whether this is something that you should be investing in. Before I do that, let me talk about another stock that I made a video about on Saturday. As I warned everybody, the stock is going to get diluted and it would be better that, just wait and see how the stock behaves. And the stock is currently, the ticker for the stock is OKVIO, Okio Pharmaceutical. And, the stock is currently residing at $3.78, but it's still going to go down. The stock company is not that great, so they're not really profitable as well. And they also are not foreseeing any revenue this year for their company. So you got to stay away from that ticker if you can. The other one that we're going to talk about is the Vedu, VEDU is the ticker for that. It's a visionary educational company. It's like a college university type from Canada. And we're going to go through their fundamentals, their cash flow, balance sheet, and see whether this stock worth the price that is currently going for, and whether this stock is going to go further down. So this is also an IPO that launched today. Let's take a look at their revenue. The rent revenue is about 1.1 million. And the rent revenue is probably from the dorms. If they're a student living in the dorms, they're paying rent. It's about 1.1 million. Tuition revenue is about 360,000. Construction on revenue, it's basically about 6,000, not a lot. And again, these type of revenues like the construction and sales of vacant land is 1.7. I don't think these are long-term revenue. This is something that probably they have it in 2021. May not be the case in 2022. But 2021, their revenue was about 3.2 million. As far as the balance sheet is concerned, their cash is about 255,000, not a lot. Current assets about 2.2 million. Total assets about 28 million. And current liability is about 6 million. So, and the total liability is about 24 million. Okay. So the stockholder equity is not a lot. It's only 3 million. So it's not a very large, money making machine. So net cash provided by, so this is a cash flow. Now operating is about 1.7 million, which means that they are somewhat profitable in terms of the operations. I'm sure they're getting a lot of students, things like that. So they're paying their tuition. So they're living in the dorms. So they are successful in their operations. Net cash used in investment activities is about 16 million. So I guess whatever infrastructure they're building, et cetera, is about 16 million. And financing activities about launching the stockholders, stocks, warrants, things like that to the private shareholders, et cetera, is about 13 million. They raised on that front. And overall, their cash flow is about 266,000 they have on hand, right? So now it's a very mediocre type stock, okay, and it's going for $21, which is kind of an overkill for the balance sheet and cash flow. And I don't see the stock to sustain that momentum. I think eventually the stock will come down. The simple fact, right? Because unless you put up right numbers, but again, I feel like the $21 is still on a higher side given their, balance sheet and the cash flow. And I think this is something that I would definitely want you guys to just keep an eye out on it. I wouldn't really get in right now on this position. I don't think it's going anywhere above $50, $60, or $70 right now, because just for the fact that they just launched and they got to prove their balance sheet, they got to prove their cash flow. It would be interesting to see what their balance is going to be for 2022. He said, right, selling off vacant land and things like that, maybe is case for 1 year. Maybe you have more land they can sell next year, but the real revenue needs to come out from the students, how many students they are getting in there in their universities, how good the professors are, things like that. These are the fundamentals you got to look at. So let's see. For me, it's definitely on a hold. I wouldn't recommend right now purchasing the stock, and I would definitely watch how the stock moves. And I do have a feeling the stock essentially will come down a little bit further down. Maybe maybe it will go to $15 again to the support that it's creating. So it'll be interesting to see. But I definitely don't foresee any higher move on this stock, and also it's not trading a lot as well. Just to give you perspective, this is a 1 minute chart, right? 800 shares were bought, 1,000 shares were bought. So there's not a lot of buying happening on the stock as well. So if you look at it, 2,000 stock was bought in 5 minutes window. Let's go to 30 minute, right? 30 minutes is saying, stocks mostly were sold. 5,000 11,000. It's a very low volume stock as well. So with the low volume stocks, you want to stay away from that because, generally when you buy a stock, you'll pretty much will be stuck with it. Because you won't have the buyers like you would on a hot stock. So definitely in a hold for me. Hope you guys like this video. Just want to get this information out there for you guys. And hope you like this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I release video every day, and the objective here is to get you guys information on different stocks. If you're looking to buy them, at least you get some information. Again, not a financial advice, but just to give you some facts, and you can make your own decision and maybe a better one. So talk to you guys in the next video.